Despite all good intentions, there were some things that we just didn't do well in our 5th grade year of homeschool. Today I want to talk about them. It is simply impossible to do all the things and do them all well every year. Our families go through different seasons, we go through different seasons, and our homeschool goes through different seasons. And our 5th grade year was no exception. There are some things we did well, and there are some things that we really stunk at. Some things we didn't do well the entire year, and some things we didn't do well first semester or second semester. First up is memorization. For the beginning of the year, we did great with memorization. My daughter memorized Bible verses. She memorized the Gettysburg Address. She did memorization and it was wonderful. The second semester, not so good at all. We didn't memorize anything, and that was a mistake on my part. We really should have worked towards keeping those memorization skills strong, but we didn't, so we're going to work on it next year. The second thing that we did not do well this year was arts and crafts and poetry. When I was telling my daughter that I was going to make this video, I asked her, I said, what do you think that we failed at the most this year? She said, arts and crafts and poetry. And she's right. Our first semester, we did not do any arts and crafts. We started working with Evan Moore's poetry book, and it worked wonderfully last year. This year it didn't. And so we kind of put it aside and didn't focus again on arts and crafts or poetry. But second semester we changed that around and we worked with Drawn Right Through History. We read Who Was Norman Rockwell? I found this very old Norman Rockwell book at our library. We worked with the United States Song Collection from Where'd You Learn That Homeschool, which brought songs and arts and crafts into our homeschool. So even though we did really bad at it the first semester, we kind of turned that around second semester. Third up was goals. We were supposed to be setting goals every week and reviewing how my daughter was doing with them. We didn't. Then I said, okay, well, we're obviously not doing this every week. Let's move it to every month. And we still did not do well with setting and reviewing the goals for spiritual goals, social goals, academic goals. We just did not do well. Now, we did things and we accomplished goals, but what I had wanted to do was set the goal, work towards it, and see the progress we were making, and then say we accomplished it. And we didn't do that. Goals. We weren't very good at those. Fourth is the schedule/routine. We had set up a routine in 4th grade that worked really well. My daughter got to choose what order we did the subjects every morning, with the exception of math. That always had to come first. And this year I decided to switch it up where I put 2 to 3 subjects in each block of time. And so we would use it that way. My daughter didn't like it. We ended up scrapping that and going back to where she was able to choose what order subjects go in, with the exception of math. Math is always in the morning. And number 5 is nature walks for enrichment. I had planned on it. I had wanted to do more nature walks this year. We live in an area where nature walks are everywhere and there's so much to explore. But we didn't do it. Life just got in the way and we did not take the time, we did not make the time for nature walks. And I'm really upset about this one. I really wish that we would have done more nature walks. So nature walks is something that we didn't do nearly enough of. It is impossible to do everything. There's simply not enough hours in the day. There's too much, the possibility of burnout is way too high. So yes, we had fails this year and we are learning from them, but we had successes as well. If you are interested in seeing our hits and misses with regards to curriculum, please check it out here.